Hello my friends! As you may know, Sony cameras do not come with any out-of-the-box option for shooting time lapses or for interval shooting. You have to pay another $10 for their time-lapse app, and you cannot even do that in every country. Fortunately, there is now free and working third-party time-lapse app, and in this video I would like to show you how does it work, how you can install it if you like it, and also how to finalize your time-lapse in video editing software. So this application is simply called Time-lapse. Once you install it, it will be available in your app list in the camera menu. This app is very simple. For me personally, there's everything that I want to be there and nothing that I don't want to be there. So there's interval, which is how you set the time between individual shots. There you can set values from 1 second to 30 minutes, and the shots where you can set how many pictures you want the camera to take. And here you can set values from 1 to 5000. If you want even more pictures, you can set infinite, where the camera will shoot until you stop it manually or until it runs out of battery or SD card space. Below that there are two time values. First one tells you how long will the shooting take, and the second will tell you how long will be your time lapse at the given frame rate, which you can set in the FPS tab. So for example, if I want to take one picture every 5 seconds, and I want to take 1000 pictures, the shooting will take 83 minutes and the time-lapse will be 40 seconds long. There is also page 2 where you have option to use silent shutter. This is especially important while shooting time-lapses, especially if you frequently shoot long time-lapses, because in silent mode the camera uses electronic shutter, which prevents wear of the mechanical shutter in the camera. Personally, I always shoot time-lapses with silent mode on. Then there are just close and start buttons. Once you start the time-lapse, the screen will go black and you will only see the shots counter on your screen. This will not make the video of the time-lapse in camera. Personally, I would never use it because I prefer the proper way of making time-lapse, which I will show you later on. If you like this app, here is how you can install it on your camera. You need to use the link in the description. Then download the PMCA graphic user interface for Windows or Mac, depending on what you use. Now set the USB connection type to MTP in your camera menu. Connect the camera to your PC. I recommend using the USB cable that came with your camera. Open the graphic user interface that you have downloaded. Go to Install App. Select Time-lapse and then install selected app. Wait until the process is done, and that's it. Regarding the camera settings, you need to do those before you enter the application. So we need to select the manual mode, set aperture, shutter speed and ISO, ideally the white balance as well. You need to set the focus. Of course, you can use the autofocus, but before starting the time-lapse, you need to switch to manual focus to prevent the camera from refocusing between the shots, because that would cause unpleasant flickering. And also keep in mind that if you shoot RAW, you will have to first export the pictures to JPEGs, which may take a lot of time. So if you don't want to do that, make sure that your camera is set to shoot JPEGs. Once that is done, you can enter the app, set the values and start shooting your time-lapse. Once the shooting is complete, you can now copy the pictures into your computer if you are shooting JPEGs. If you are shooting RAWs, you need to import the pictures, for example, to Lightroom, which is what I do. Here I usually select the picture in the middle of sequence and I will edit that picture to my taste, just like any other photo. Then I will select all the pictures in the time-lapse while still having edited shot on the screen, and I will sync the settings from that edited picture to all of the pictures. Then I export the pictures to a specific folder. Once the pictures are exported, which usually takes some time, you can go to your video editing software. I will use Premiere Pro. And you need to import the pictures, so in Premiere Pro press Ctrl-I or Command-I, navigate to folder with the pictures, select the first one and make sure that the image sequence is checked. Now make sure that you have sequence settings correctly set. If you want to make 4K video, for example, just paste some 4K clip onto your timeline, and now you can import your time-lapse onto the timeline and edit it just like any other clip. If you want to make your time-lapse longer or shorter, the easiest way is to press R on your keyboard and stretch your time-lapse, but for the maximal smoothness, one shot for one frame is the best. So here's my random time-lapse shot with this app using Sony A6500 and mighty Sigma 16mm f1.4. And I would also like to say big thanks to the author of this app. I'm sure that this will help a lot of people, including myself. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope that you liked this video and that you found it to be useful. Stay tuned for more videos and maybe consider subscribing if you don't want to miss my future content. I appreciate your feedback in form of thumbs up or thumbs down. If you'd like to ask anything or share your opinion, please do so in the comment section, and see you next time.